Hey, how's it going? Rob Weeks here. I spoke with Eben Pagan at his last seminar, and one thing I asked him was, well, really it was a stupid question. I asked, what's the most important book you've ever read? And he just said, well, there's so many different fields. What field are you talking about? So I said leadership and a couple other things, and he said, wait, do you have your physical, emotional, and mental side of your life handled? And I said, well, not really. I've kind of been slacking off on the physical side lately. I haven't been working out that much. He said, oh, well, you have to read The Powerful Engagement by Lohrer and Tony Schwartz. So he gave me that homework, and needless to say, I ordered it that same night on Amazon, and it's totally been blowing me away. So I'll just be talking more about it. And one thing that really jumped out in the book was, in Japan they have a term called karoshi, which literally translates to death from overwork. Some 10,000 citizens die every year as a result, usually heart attack or stroke, and the first case was reported in 1969. In '87, the Japanese Ministry of Labor Statistics began tracking these cases, and the following year, the National Defense Council for Victims of Karoshi was launched. The number of citizens that worked more than 60 hours a week increased from 15% in 1975 to 24% in '88. We don't track these statistics in America, unfortunately, but we are the only country that works more hours than the Japanese. The problem isn't working hard or working long hours. The problem is working for an extended period of time without having proper recovery. In a culture that encourages workaholism, we really need to emphasize proper recovery throughout our daily routine. This boils down to three key areas, like I mentioned: the physical, emotional, and mental. It's good to pressure ourselves in each area, push ourselves to new levels. This will expand our capacity. We always need to recover. So in the physical area, it involves getting enough sleep, eating right throughout the day, and getting enough rest. So sleep is probably the most important part, and ironically it's the part that most people neglect. If you don't get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day, you're going to feel it the next day, and that hour or two you spent the night before working on something, you're going to lose that much time in terms of productivity the next day, since you won't be able to focus as well. Also, it'll hurt you. It'll hurt your health in the long run. When it comes to eating right, you want to eat 5 to 6 small meals throughout the day. So this is how you'll recover in between those big, breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you just get 3 big meals, you've got a long period, like 4 hours, where you're not renewing yourself, you're not recovering your energy, and that's not good. It's going to slow down your metabolism. So 5 to 6 small meals a day, like a small meal, just enough to fill yourself up every 2.5 hours or so. This will keep you digesting food throughout the day. It'll stimulate your metabolism, and basically you'll just be burning calories even when you're not doing anything, as long as you keep this constant supply of energy. Also, when it comes to exercise, don't think that for aerobic training you need to run for 20 or 30 minutes at a time. Just do what most people do when they weight train. They don't lift a dumbbell for half an hour at a time. What they do is 8 to 12 reps of high intensity exercise, followed by probably a minute or two of recovery in between each set. This high intensity and high recovery, this is what's scientifically been shown to be the best, give you the best result for your body. So try doing the same thing for aerobic exercise. Instead of that 20-minute jog, do interval training where you warm up with a couple minutes jogging first, but do a little bit of stretching. But then you sprint for about 15 seconds at 100% speed, fast as you can, and then you recover for about a minute and a half, and then do another 15 seconds, then recover for another couple minutes. You do 6 of those, and you're going to be done. You're going to be in so much, it's going to do a whole lot more for your body than a regular jog will. You only want to do this 2 or 3 times out of the week. Don't do it back to back 2 days in a row, but it's really going to do a whole lot more for your body. And I've also read that it's actually less stress on you because you're actually not running as much, as long time-wise. You're just sprinting for a few seconds at a time, like I said. So 15-second sprint, 2-minute recovery, do 6 to 8 of those twice a week, and you're going to have a lot more return for your time and your effort. And also, when you're working throughout the day, take a break every hour. Don't just think you have to plug away at something for hours on end. take a break every hour for 5 or 10 minutes, get up, get, you know, a drink of water or something, or go to the bathroom, or talk to a friend or whatever, walk around the block, whatever it is. Just relax your mind and don't think about whatever you were doing at the time. Just take those 10 minutes to get away, and then come back and do it again. And also, it's good to have a half-hour break every 2.5 hours or so. So do like a 1 hour with a 10-minute or 5-minute break, and then another hour, or 50 minutes rather, and then have about half an hour to recoup then. So that'll get you your physical side. The emotional side builds on the physical. If you feel like crap, you're probably not going to be very happy. So when you got the physical side handled, make sure you get proper emotional recovery. Now, I don't think you're being selfish if you take time away for yourself. At least once a week, do something you truly enjoy, whether it's a hobby or an outdoor activity, a sport you like, hanging out with friends and family. Do something you truly enjoy at least once or twice a week. Remember, if you don't stop to fill yourself up every now and then, you're not going to have a whole lot to give anyone else. So make sure you do that. It'll make you a lot more emotionally healthy in the long run. Also, deepen your relationships, connect with people, be open, listen to them, and continue to cultivate positive beliefs, which will give you success, which will reinforce more positive beliefs. And in terms of emotions, try to embody both extremes. So most people try to have one or the other. You really want to have both. It'll give you a much more well-rounded emotional skill set. So things like honesty and compassion, toughness and tenderness, confidence and humility. You really want to have both. Now, the third level is the mental level, and really it expands on the first two. So without being physically healthy, you're not going to have the energy to focus on something. And if you're not emotionally healthy and emotionally recuperated, you're going to be stressed out. Your mind will wander to a bunch of other things, and you won't be able to focus on the task that you need to do. So you got the physical and emotional parts handled. Now, remember, in terms of the mental state, you want to recover when you're doing a task. Usually you're going to use your left brain, your logical brain, to concentrate and focus on doing it. But a good way to recover your mental process is to switch sides to your right brain, your creative side, and just kind of let your mind wander, or kind of get creative. Let your right brain think about other possible solutions. Most people get their best ideas when they're in the shower or at a coffee shop, when they're not thinking logically. So switch gears every now and then when you're working on something, to let your creative side have a chance to explore the issue, and you'll get a more well-rounded, objective view of what you're doing that way. Also, make sure you keep using your brain throughout your life. It's the only one you got, so use it. It's the only organ that gets stronger with use besides your muscles, so keep it sharp. Also, you don't want to have any mental diseases when you're older, so yeah, keep using your brain, and exercise is really great for it as well. It'll pump blood and oxygen, so that'll promote more mental acuity. With that said, I encourage you to incorporate these rituals in your weekly and daily routines to properly recover yourself in all three areas. Also, you can check out this book, The Power of Flow Engagement, for more info. And always remember, you want to keep on pressuring yourself, keep on applying stress and pushing yourself to new heights in each area, but always recover yourself as well. If you have proper recovery in your physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your life, you'll have a longer, more productive, and happy existence. Take care.